Kia ora whanau and Sin Chow. I am currently just going to do this quick video. Well, I hope it's quick. It probably won't be super quick. But what we are doing is I am going to reveal my Magic the Gathering Raphael deck. That is basically, it's Raphael Most Wanted. So I will flip the camera. You will see me talking about the cards, and I'll go through how many lands, what the cards do. I am doing this using Wi-Fi, so do bear with me. And this is my first time showing off the cards like this as well, so hopefully it's all good. I do not have a tripod, so we are doing everything by hand, so do bear with me. Hopefully everything is okay and you enjoy it. So yeah, let's start it off. I am just going to flip the camera first, so you guys can see everything. Cool, there we go. Okay, so first and foremost is the actual commander. So this is my commander deck that I just played. This is Raphael Most Attitude, legendary creature costing 3 and 1 red. Menace Alliance. Whenever another creature you control enters, you may exile the top card of your library. Whenever Raphael attacks, until end of turn, you may play a card exiled with Raphael. So the whole idea of this is basically it is one of these decks where I basically try to take more extra combats. Also, I want to create tokens, but it's also a bit of a burn deck, so it doesn't play the way it would normally. There's a whole lot of other things that I do as well. So yeah, do feel free, sit down, have a look. So as I said, this is the commander. This is the main card in the deck. We are going to go through all of them. First and foremost, we are going to talk about some of the special lands that I've got as well. So in total, I have a total of 29 mountains. It is a monocolored deck, so that's why there is. But the other cards that I've got, so there is very first and foremost the Fabled Passage, which this is one of the cards that I was lucky enough to pull in the Commander box set, which if you go to my YouTube, you will see that as well. So Fabled Passage says land. Sacrifice this land, search your library for a basic land card, put it onto the battlefield tapped, then shuffle. Then if you control 4 or more lands, untap that land. So just a nice little one. And as you can see, it's got some fantastic 4 looking design. So this is from the new Collector Booster set. Another one that I've got is, and so we're just starting off with the different lands. So the next one I've got is the Fire Nation Palace. So land, this land enters tapped unless you control a basic land. Tap it, add 1 for red mana, but also 1 in red, and then tap, and then you can target creature you control gains fire bending 4 until the end of turn. Whenever this card attacks, add 4 mana to, and it lasts until the end of combat. So the intention of this deck is to basically get me extra combat steps, but because I'm paying more cards with the extra combat, it means I'm going to need more mana. So this guy, I can tap him, and then I'll give another character 4 mana. So that is the intention of that card. As I said, I do have, so I've got 9 different lands. I've got an Ash Barrens, which is basically taps for colorless, and it's got basic land cycling 1. Discard this card, search your library for a basic land card, reveal it, and put it into the battlefield. Put it into your hand and then shuffle. We have Dwarven Mine, which is a land add for red mana. Dwarven Mine enters the battlefield tapped unless you control 3 or more mountains. When Dwarven Mine enters the battlefield untapped, create a 1/1 red dwarf creature token. So because of Raphael, and I will again go through Raphael's ability. So Raphael's is my commander. So as I said, it's whenever another creature you control enters, you may exile the top card of your library, and then whenever a creature, Raphael attacks, until the end of turn, you may play a card exiled with Raphael. So the intention is that I will create create a token, and then he can attack and all that sort of thing. So yeah, little things like that. The Autonomous Furnace is the next card that I've got. Some of these have come from Avatar, some of these have come from Lord of the Rings, some of them have just come from Generals. And the Autonomous Furnace says, this Autonomous Furnace enters the battlefield tapped, add 1 red mana. And then again, add 1 red mana and 1 normal mana, sacrifice the autonomous bonus, and I can draw a card. So a little bit of card draw in there as well if I need it, which if that had come out in my last game that I actually played this, then it would have worked. Would have been quite good. Then we have Evolving Wilds. This is basically a land, colorless land. You tap it, you sacrifice it, you search your library for a basic land, put it into the battlefield tapped, and then shuffle your library. So little things like that, just to help me get a bit more card draw and all that sort of thing as well. Then we have Unknown Shores. Again, colorless, tap for colorless, and then add 1 and then tap for add 1 mana of any color. So I can add it to tap for a red if I need it to. Then we've got Forgotten Cave, which is another red one. Forgotten Cave enters the battlefield tapped. Tap it to add 1 red, or you can cycle for 1 red as well. And then the last unique land that I've got is Castle Doom, which is one of the ones that I picked up from the Marvel Collector Booster Box that I showed on my stream last time. So Castle Doom says, tap, add for 1 colorless, and then you can also tap it, add 1 mana of any color, spend this mana only to cast an artifact spell. So we don't really care about the artifact spell, but the 3 and then the tap is sacrifice an artifact, create a 3/3 colorless robot villain artifact creature token named Doombot. Activate only as a sorcery. So just a nice little way of creating another token. And so that is the extra 9 lands that I've got. And then, as I said, I have the 29 other basic red mountains, which look like this. I've got one of each different one in there just because I like to be a bit fun. So we are doing my Raphael Commander. So those are the lands. That is the intention of those cards. If you do have any questions, do feel free to sing out. Sorry, I'm just trying to make this all fit. Bear with me. I am holding this. There is no tripod, unfortunately. I have basically I am away at the moment, so I thought I'd bring my Commander deck and do this little stream while the baby sleeps. So I did play my first Commander deck, and this is the first Commander deck, and it didn't work as well as I wanted it to. Basically, I got mana dead as well as card dead, so I learned some things from it, which is quite cool. There we go. Finally, the lands are in there. Okay, but again, for people watching that are just joining, Raphael, most attitude. This is the actual commander. So he is a menace 3/1 red mana. So he is a mono commander. Alliance. Whenever another creature you control enters, you may exile the top card of your library. Whenever Raphael attacks until end of turn, you may play a card exiled with Raphael. So as I said, the intention is create a creature, exile a card, and then attack with him. And then, if I can, attack more than once. That way I get multiple turns and multiple cards that I can then cast. So that is the actual commander. So we've done the 29 lands and also the extra 9 special lands. So now we're going to go through the actual deck as well. So this is, I'm going to go these bit by bit. So do bear with me. We're going to have to do card by card, I think. That'll be the easiest way to do it. Right, first we have Impact Tremors. Now, I'll be honest, this is the main card that I want on the battlefield, because when a creature I control enters, this enchantment deals 1 damage to each opponent. So my deck is based around being a burn deck, effectively, with Raphael being the main thing. So when a creature gets created, this guy then does 1 damage to each opponent. And there are other cards in there which will do things like when someone plays, when all these other sorts of little things as well. But I love that little foil art as well. I think that's absolutely beautiful. So he is one of the things. The next card is, now bear in mind that Impact Tremors I did actually put onto the battlefield, but a lot of these other ones that are really, really cool, I didn't get a chance to. Passionate Archaeologist is the next one. That's a 1 and a red. And says, commander creatures you own have, whenever you cast a spell from exile, this creature deals damage equal to that spell's mana value to target opponent. So effectively, when I cast a spell from exile, which that is the whole point of Raphael's ability, that will then also do extra damage to an opponent based on the mana, not just whatever my other card does. Now, bear in mind that this is actually a secret lair card as well, which is quite cool. That has actually come from the Last of Us one, I believe. So quite a cool little card as well. Next card I have is Replicating Ring. So, Replicating Ring is an artifact costing 3. It says tap for 1 mana of any colour, and then at the beginning of your upkeep, put a night counter on Replicating Ring. Then, if it has 8 or more night counters on it, remove them all, and then create 8 colourless snow artifact tokens named Replicating Ring, which say tap, add 1 mana for any colour. So, effectively, after 8 turns, if I'm still in 8 turns, then this guy will create a whole 8 extra mana for me. Now, I didn't have a problem with mana. The problem I did have was drawing my normal creatures. I ended up drawing so many lands that it was a bit ridiculous. But yeah, it is what it is. Let's make sure that is the last card. There's one card there. Cool. Next card is Professional Face Breaker. Menace, costing 2/3, and he's a 2/3 himself. 2 and 1, sorry, 2 and 1 red. Whenever one or more creatures you control deals combat damage to a player, create a treasure token. Sacrifice a treasure, exile the top card of your library, you may play that card this turn. So again, this keeps on point not only with Raphael's ability, but also I get to create more mana. My intention is whenever one or more creatures you control deal combat damage, like I'll be doing a lot of combat damage as well. So all that stuff does happen as well. Next card we have is Witty Roastmaster. So this is a 3 mana cost one as well. Again, it is 2 and 1. Alliance, whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, Witty Roastmaster deals 1 damage to each opponent. So very similar to Impact Tremors. This is another one that does that as well. And it's a 3/2 damage as well. So basically having more of these guys on the field means that when I put a creature on, it will then tap and do damage to the people. And it does each opponent. A lot of my spells are targeting everybody. That is the intention of the actual deck. So it's either to create extra combat spells, to exile cards, and also to actually do more damage. Then we have Mauser Foundry, which came from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle set. It's a 1 and a red artifact. It says when this artifact enters or leaves the battlefield, create a 1/1 colorless robot artifact creature token. And then I can pay 4 and 1 red to sacrifice this artifact. It deals 3 damage to target creature. So I can use him as a sort of mini removal, but also create the tokens, which is what I want. Oh, thank you very much, Treezol. I really appreciate that. You don't have to like the lives. I really do like it, though. Right, so this is what we're working on. This is the commander that we've got. Raphael, Most Attitude. Menace, Alliance. Whenever another creature you control enters, you may exile the top card of your library. Whenever he attacks, until end of turn, I may play a card exiled with him. He's a 4/3. So yeah, that is the intention, is to create a token, attack, and then as I attack, I get all the other stuff as well. Okay, and then we've got Hedron Archive, a 4 mana artifact, and it's tap 2, add 2 to your mana pool, and then, or 2 colorless, sorry, and then I can pay 2 and then tap him and sacrifice him and draw 2 cards. So if I need to draw cards, that's a way of doing it as well. So just another little way of getting a bit more ramp and a bit more card draw. Next card we have is Cavalcade of Calamity. Whenever a creature you control with power 1 or less attacks, Cavalcade of Calamity deals 1 damage to that player or planeswalker that creature is attacking. So because a lot of my tokens that I'm going to be creating, they're going to be basically 1/1s. This does a little bit extra damage for that, and then that'll do, I can choose to target that player. So if I have 4 tokens on that are all 1/1s, I can go, right, I'm going to attack them, and because they're attacking, then I can pick 1 of each people, and then even if that token dies, then this guy does 1 damage each to the player as well. So yeah, little things like that. That's kind of the intent of some of this deck. Sorry, the cards are going to fall very shortly, I can feel. Basalt Ravager. He's a 3 mana or 4 mana 1 and creature giant wizard. Whenever Basalt Ravager enters the battlefield, it deals X damage to any number of target, where X is the greatest number of creatures you control that have a creature type in common. because a lot of my creatures are goblins, as you'll see soon, that is kind of the reason why he's in there. Oh, I've got a flash goal. Sorry, I'm going to just have a look at what the hell this thing means. 3 gifters send your awesome to your live in 15 minutes. Achieve this optional goal to win a 24-hour live goal theme. Your current live goal theme will resume when the flash goal ends. Okay, cool. I will start that. Pin. I don't know what that means. Sorry, some of this is brand new to me. I'm hoping I'm awesome. No, don't really. If you want to put in, you can. If you don't, you don't have to. I don't have to. Regardless, going to be doing this. Right. Firebrand Archer. This is a 2 mana again. Creature 2/1. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, this creature deals 1 damage to each opponent. So this is one of those cards that I really want on the table at all times. Because anytime I cast a spell, then this guy's going to do it. Not any spell, but a non-creature spell, which is quite a few in my cards, like enchantments, artifacts, all that sort of stuff. Next one we've got is Leyline Tyrant. He is a 4 mana, 2 and 2 reds, 4/4 flying creature. You don't lose unspent red mana as steps and phases end. When Leyline Tyrant dies, you may pay any amount of red mana. When you do, it deals that much damage to any target. So the intention of this card is to work with basically things like the firebending furnace that I talked about before, so that way I can actually have more mana out on the table at all times. I don't lose it. I can use it again, and then if I need to do that final damage, I can go, right, I've got 15 unspent mana. I'll use this to destroy that person, for example. Ioneer is a 2 mana artifact creature, 1/1 that if I tap I get another red, so basically another little ramp onto my board. Reckless Fireweaver is the next one that we've got here. Reckless Fireweaver is a 2 mana, 1 in red. Whenever an artifact enters the battlefield under your control, Reckless Fireweaver deals 1 damage to each opponent. So as you can see, I've got cards saying when a creature enters, do 1 damage to each opponent. Now I've got when an artifact enters, deal 1 damage to each opponent, and he's a 1/3. So a little bit harder to get rid of than a normal 1/1. And then we have Vandal Blast, which is a 1 mana destroy target artifact you don't control. And then if you pay 5 extra mana, you can overload it. And it says you may cast a spell for its overload cost. If you do, change the text by replacing all instances of target with each. So basically that's a way of destroying every single artifact apart from mine on the field, which is quite a good little thing in a commander game. The next card is one of my, basically it's one of my destroying cards. It's Quakebringer. So this is one of my finishers. He is a 5 mana, 3 and 2 reds. Basically says your opponents can't gain life. At the beginning of your upkeep, Quakebringer deals 2 damage to each opponent. This ability triggers only if Quakebringer is on the battlefield or if he is in your graveyard and I control a giant. So the Leyline Tyrant is also a giant as well. The Giant Basalt as well is also a giant. So it's not a guaranteed, but it is there as well. But yeah, just a nice little way to do 2 damage to each opponent as long as he is on the field. So hopefully no one tries to destroy him. Next card is Prismatic Lens, which is a 2 mana artifact, colorless mana artifact. I can tap for 1 color, and then I can also pay 1 and then tap to add 1 mana of any other color. And he costs 2, so again a bit more ramp in there. Loyal Apprentice is the next card. It is a 2 mana red, 2 red mana, Haste Lieutenant. At the beginning of your combat on your turn, if you control your commander, create a 1/1 colorless Thopter artifact creature token with flying. That token gains haste until end of turn. So another way that I am creating an extra token every turn to give me a bit more extra stuff as well. So nice little card there. Next card is one that I pulled from the new collector booster box that I did. Mirage Mirror. This thing is fantastic. Look at this. It is an artifact, 3 mana, and I can pay 2, and then this artifact becomes a copy of target artifact, creature, enchantment, or land until end of turn. So every turn I can be copying something with this guy. And it can be not only my stuff, but anything, which is quite a cool little thing. Okay, next one we've got is Chaos Warp. So there's not a lot of removal in this deck, but this is one of them. It is a 3 mana cost. The owner of target permanent shuffles it into their library, then reveals the top card of their library. If it's a permanent card, they put it onto the battlefield. Next card is a Gutter Snipe, which is basically all about the burn. Whenever I cast an instant or sorcery spell, Gutter Snipe deals 2 damage to each opponent. So again, this whole deck is all about burning. It is attacking every opponent rather than just attacking one opponent. So yeah, that's one of the cool things. Next card is one from the Avatar set. I actually bought a Jumpstart booster. That's how I got this bad boy. He is a 6 mana Avatar Roku Firebender. Whenever a player attacks, add 6 red mana. Until end of combat, you don't lose this mana as steps ends. Oh, thank you. Not Darius. I will actually show you a bit more of my cards I'm doing. And I can pay 3 and go target creature gets +3/+0 until end of turn, and he is a 6/6. So yeah, not losing the mana is the most important thing of this deck. And the deck, for those that don't know, if you're just joining, is this bad boy. Raphael at most attitude. Oh, that's so cool. Yeah, no, I've only started playing a couple of years. But this is my first commander deck. I did play it on the weekend. I didn't do too well, unfortunately, but the cards that I've got, I'm just doing a quick deck review. So this will go up on YouTube as well, most likely. But this is the whole deck that I'm building. So the deck was basically a Raphael. It has got Menace, Alliance. Whenever another creature you control enters, you may exile the top card of your library. Whenever Raphael attacks until end of turn, you may play a card exiled with Raphael. So the intention with this deck is create more extra turns, create tokens, so more cards enter into exile, then play those cards from exile. That's the intention, but it also is a burn deck. So as a token comes in, it'll burn. As a artifact comes in, it'll burn. It's that sort of thing. Right, next card I've got is one from the Spider-Man set. It is a special one, so it's Goblin Bombardment. 1 and a red, and it says enchantment, sacrifice a creature. This enchantment deals 1 damage to any target. So it's those little pings and stuff like that, which is what the whole point is. Mauser Attacks is the next one. So again, this is Mauser Attack. This is from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles set, which if you haven't been playing for a while, not Darius, there've been quite a few universes beyonds that have come around, including things like Final Fantasy, Teenage Mutant Turtles, Marvel. There's a current one which is Marvel Superheroes. I got very, very lucky and I traded my Warhammer 40k Tower Army for a collector booster box for $800 worth. So I did a stream on that and uploaded that, which is quite good. So Mauser Attack is, sorry, I got a little bit distracted. 1 and 1 red. Instant says choose one, create a 1/1 colorless robot artifact creature token, or target creature gets +3/+0 and gains first strike until end of turn. Yeah, there's some really, really cool cards on it. Yeah. I've got a couple more that you'll see very soon. In fact, this next one came from the collector booster box. Check this shit out. This is amazing. This is the Blazing Crescendo. But the foil on it is nuts. You can see Scarlet Witch there, and then we've got Grim Reaper. And so Blazing Crescendo is a 1 and a red. Oh, you don't have to like the... I appreciate that, man. You don't have to like it. I appreciate that. Target creature gets +3/+1 until end of turn. Exile the top card of your library until the end of your next turn. You may play that card. Yeah, so this is one of in the new Marvel Collector series. They had a whole set of different cards that all made one big picture. For example, I got there's the 4 Fantastic Four. I've got all of them apart from the Thing in that thing. So I pulled all 3, but I missed the 4th one. It was a bit of a bugger. There are some really, really cool cards coming up as well that you'll see. That also came from that collector booster box as well. Next one we've got is Trailblazer Bloots. So this is an artifact too. This is I got from the mystery booster box. I bought that once. and its equipped creature has non-basic land walk, so it's unblockable as long as defending player controls a non-basic land, and you equip it too. So this is basically attach this to Raphael. He attacks. For 9 times out of 10, he's going to actually get through and attack, and that way I can cast the thing. Oh, bro, you don't have to keep liking. Oh my god, thank you. I really appreciate that. Next one we've got is the Soul Ring. So I actually bought this off one of the players that I was playing with. This is the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Soul Ring, which is the pizza in the middle, which I thought was fantastic. Yeah, very, very cool. Hang on. Next card I bought as well. I shouldn't have bought it, but I did. Fiery Emancipation. This is from the Spider-Man set as well. It is costing 6 mana. An enchantment. If a source you control would deal damage to a permanent or player, it deals triple that damage to the permanent or player instead. So, with my deck being mostly a burn deck, and I've got like things like if a token enters, or whenever a creature enters, it'll do 1 damage to each opponent. This then becomes 3 damage if this is on the field. So yeah, lots of little things like that. Speaking of creating tokens, Obraska's Forge. It is an artifact 3 cost. At the beginning of combat on your turn, put an oil counter on Obraska's Forge, then create an X1 red Phyrexian horror creature token with trample and haste, where X is the number of counters on Obraska's Forge. Sacrifice that token at the beginning of the next end step. So this is all about bringing the cards in, creating. It'll get bigger each time, and then yeah, I can do damage with it and that sort of stuff as well. So yeah. We've got Wheel of Fate, which is sorcery suspend 4 or pay 1 in a red. Rather than pay this card from your hand, pay 1 in a red and exile it with 4 time counters. At the beginning of your upkeep, remove a time counter. When the last is removed, cast it without paying the mana cost. And it basically says each player discards his or her hand, then draw 7 cards. So again, that is a way of refilling my hand, and then I can do it either. If I pay 4, then I'll get it straight away. Otherwise, I'll do the 2. Next artifact is a 2 mana called Mindstone. Add 1 mana, or I can sacrifice it, draw a card. So yeah, it's not fantastic, but it's okay. Next one we've got. Thank you, bro. I really appreciate these likes, man. Honestly, like, yeah, you don't have to. Like, it's so cool. I just love talking about this stuff. I'm a bit geeky that way. Right, Goblin Bushwhacker is the next card, 1 mana, and then I can pay a kicker is another one. So kicker, if you don't know, is part of it's not a new mechanic, but basically you can pay an extra cost, and you'll get more damage. So as it says, oh, cheers, bro. So when Goblin Bushwhacker enters the battlefield, if it was kicked, creatures you control get +1/+0 and gain haste until end of turn. So basically, put him down, tap 2, and then all of my tokens then become, an extra +1. So yeah, little things like that. Wayfarer's Bauble is the next card. 1 mana artifact. I can pay 2 and then tap it and sacrifice it. Search my life for a library card for a basic land card. Put that into play tapped, then shuffle your library. So the whole thing is like, being able to put it in rather than putting it in tapped. But if it comes in, then I can shuffle and all that sort of things and start using it. Electric Static Field is another really important card in this deck because, as you can see, it costs 2 mana. Defender, it's a wall 0/4, so it's quite a good defender, let's be real. But as you can see, whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, Electrostatic Field deals 1 damage to each opponent. You add that with like Fiery Emancipation, then every time I cast an instant or sorcery, it's doing 3 damage to everybody. So yeah, nice little extra thing there. Then we have Great Train Heist. It is a 1+ cost. So spree, choose 1 or more additional costs. So if you've got the mana, you can really pump this thing a lot. So the main reason I've got it in is for the 2+1. So basically for 4 mana, I can untap all creatures I control. If it's your combat phase, then an additional combat phase after this phase. And then you can also pay an extra 2. Creatures you control get +1/+0 and gain first strike. Or if I just pay 2 normal, choose a target opponent. Whenever a creature your opponent deals combat damage to that player this turn, create a tapped treasure token. So it's mostly about the creating the extra combat steps so that I can, do more damage with Raphael, create another card from exile that I can play and all that sort of stuff. All right. Oh, cheers, bro. Loving the likes. Right, I know I'm going to get some of these wrong. Arithian, hero of Lava Brink. Legendary creature. He costs 4 mana, a 1 and a red, and then tap it. Create a token that's a copy of another target creature you control. It gains haste. Sacrifice it at the beginning of your next end step. Activate only as a sorcery. But the main reason we have this guy in here is for the last effect. So paying 6. So basically paying 9 mana. Create 5 tokens that are copies of another target creature you control. They gain haste. Sacrifice them at the beginning of the next end step. Activate only as a sorcery. So, if I could create 5 copies of Raphael and then cast 5 extra cards. I mean, that's the goal. Or as one of the other cards you'll see very soon is Krenko Mob Boss. Create 5 of them and then tap that 5 times. Like that's just dangerous, basically. Which I know Krenko isn't there. We haven't got to it yet, but most people run Krenko as a main commander. I was told I have to pay the Raphael. That's why we're doing it. Oh my god, 2.2k. Oh my god, thank you, bro. Priest of Urabrask, costing 3. Oh, bro, this deck is just so bad. Trust me. I built it with the thought in mind of burning everybody. I'm a bit of an arsehole that way. Priest of Urabrask is cost 3. When the Priest of Urabrask enters the battlefield, add 3 mana to your mana pool, costing 3. 2 and a 1, sorry. So again, getting that extra mana so I can cast the casts from exile, all that sort of thing. Outpost Siege. Now, I actually did play this at the actual... Bro, you wait till you see when you see the goblin card that I'm talking about, the Krenko's Mob Boss, if you don't know it, oh my god, you'll be like, I need to get back into this. Outpost Siege. So it costs 4 mana. As Outpost Siege enters the battlefield, choose Khans or Dragons. The main reason I've got this card on the deck is for the Khans. So at the beginning of your upkeep, exile the top card of your library. Until end of turn, you may play that card. Or Dragons. Whenever a creature you control leaves the battlefield, he deals 1 damage to any target. So that's one way. A Braid. So there's not a lot of removal in red, I found out. I don't usually play red. I usually play black. Oh, bro, the collabs. Some of the collabs are just crazy. So this is 2 mana. Choose one. Either deals 3 damage to target creature or destroy target artifact. Yeah, some of the collabs have been pretty crazy, bro. Avatar was a really, really good one. Spider-Man people didn't like. I liked it because I'm a big Marvel fan. So yeah, that was a different one. Right, next one we've got is a 5 mana Rapacious Dragon. Flying. When Rapacious Dragon enters the battlefield, create 2 treasure tokens, which become artifacts. Sacrifice this artifact, add 1 mana of any color, and it's a 3/3. Bro, Avatar was so good. Speaking of Marvel, here we go. Relentless Assault. So this is a... they did, I think this is not from the Marvel, this is from the Spider-Man one, but it's a 4 mana. Untap all creatures that attack this turn. After the main phase, there is an additional combat phase followed by an additional main phase. So basically, all about getting Raphael to attack again more than once. This guy will then create another combat, so it goes even better. And speaking of Avatar, this is another really, really cool one that I got. So Firebender Ascension. So this came from Avatar. When this enchantment enters, create a 2/2 red soldier creature token with Firebending 1. Now, so if you don't know what Firebending 1 is, basically when the creature attacks, they get an extra 1 red mana and do that sort of thing. Yeah, the art is so good, bro. And the source is whenever your creature you control attacking causes a triggered ability of that creature to trigger, put a quest counter on this enchantment. Then if it has 4 or more, I may copy that ability and choose new targets for the copy. So, for example, if I do this with Raphael, I can then attach another Raphael attacking, and then he will get that ability of doing the being able to cast a card from exile and lots of things as well. Or it could work with any of the other attack and that does something. Now, I talked about Krenko before. I haven't shown the card yet, but this goes completely with with Krenko. It is Mage Right Stone. Now, I got this from the Mystery Booster book. Look at that foil. I love this foil. But it's an artifact costing 2. Pay 1 and tap. Untap target creature that has an activated ability with a tap in its cost. So effectively, no, so this is a commander deck. So the commander deck, you aren't allowed any dupes apart from lands, basically. So you've got a 100 card deck, and then it's all built around a commander, which is, and I've shown it before, but I'll show it again, Raphael. So he will, so that whenever another creature you control enters, you may exile top card of your library. That's the main part, and then the other part is when he attacks until end of turn, I can play that card effectively. So that is one part of Magic. It's a commander game. This was my first commander deck that I built, but also my first commander one that I actually tried playing. It didn't do great, but I got kind of card draw. That's kind of the problem. Then there's Corrugation Mage. So kind of. So Raphael will stay. Raphael stays in what they call the command zone. So he's not in your library. He's not in your discard. He's not in your exile. And then from the command zone, then you can actually cast him for his cost. And then he'll come out onto the field, and then his effect will basically run everything. But you build the deck effectively. You should be building the deck around him, or any of the other cards. So any card that has legendary creature can now be a commander. So there's quite a few of them. So Corrugation Mage is 2 mana, and then the reason why you want to play it is the offspring part. So you may pay an additional 2. So basically for 4 mana, you cast a spell. If you do, when this creature enters, create a 1/1 token copy of it. And as you see, it says whenever you cast a non-creature spell, this creature deals 1 damage to each opponent, and it's a 2/2. So effectively, this guy would, you'd cast him for 4, you'd get 2, and then you'd get 2, deal 1/1 damages to each opponent. So just a nice little way of doing it every time you cast a non-creature spell, which is quite a bit of what you've seen. Like, there's a lot of artifacts and lots of things as well. Next one we've got is the Arcane Signet, which is another artifact. This is more about ramp. So pay 2, tap him, add 1 mana of any color in your commander's color identity, which in my case is just mono red. We have Raid Bombardment, which is a 3 mana red. Whenever a creature you control with power 2 or less attacks, Raid Bombardment deals 1 damage to a player or planeswalker that creature is attacking. So remembering that a lot of my creatures are going to be low cost because they are tokens. This guy's going to do more damage to them as well, especially when they attack, which is quite cool. So basically, yeah, nice little ones. Then we have, so for example, see this is legendary creature. Any legendary creature can be a commander. So this could be another commander as well. They used to have a Magic, the legend rule, and the legend rule was basically you couldn't have more than 1 legendary creature on the field at one time. But with commander, you are allowed different legendary creatures, just can't be the same commander. So it can't be like, I can't have her as a commander and then play her again in the main deck. I can, however, copy her. That's another way of doing it. So you've got other cards that can copy her. You saw one before with the Mirage Mirror, for example. So that would copy her, and then we could do that. So she is a 5 mana. Whenever Sire Kara, the bold or an instant or sorcery spell you control deals damage to a player, exile the top card of your library, you may play that card this turn. And you'll see you can tap her and she'll do 1 damage to any target. So yeah, it's quite good. Your commander decks are good, bro. It's not cheap, but it's good fun. It's good fun. Next one we've got is Goblin Ringleader. He has a 4-cost mana, haste. 2/2. When Goblin Ring Leader enters the battlefield, reveal the top 4 cards of your library. Put all Goblin cards revealed in this way onto your hand, the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. Then we have Spiderbot, which is one of the ones from the Spider-Man series. He has a 2-mana artifact, Reach, costing 2. Oh, he's a 2/1. When this creature enters, you may search your library for a basic land card, reveal it, and then shuffle and put the top card. Put that on the top card. Raptor Hatchling is the next one, 2 mana. So basically, you've got to have some of the curve as well. Commander games do go a little bit longer as well. So Raptor Hatchling is a 1/1. He's got Enrage. Whenever Raptor Hatchling is dealt damage, create a 3/3 green dinosaur creature token with Trample. So effectively what would happen is I could either add a +1/+1 and then knock him down. That way he'll trigger his Enrage and then get it back. Or you destroy him and then you create a 3/3. That's the other way of doing it as well. What's funny, one of the MVPs of my Commander game for me was this guy, a 1 mana 0/2 Defender. So Defender, if you don't know, means basically that he can't attack. However, he has the ability to tap, and he deals 1 damage to each player. So basically, what I would do is on one of the other players' turns, I would tap him because I can, and then I would do 1 damage to everybody, and it would go straight to the player. So it wouldn't hit commanders or anything like that. It's quite good. Cosmotronic Wave is the next one we've got. This is a fantastic card to use with Pestilent Spirit. If you ever get a chance, oh, bros, you're right, dinosaur, fucking hell. So Cosmotronic Wave basically with Pestilent Spirit. Pestilent Spirit is a black card which basically says all of your instant and sorcery spells have Death Touch. So this guy, you play Pestilent Spirit, then you play this guy. Cosmotronic deals 1 damage to each creature your opponents control. Creatures your opponents control can't block this turn. So the main reason he's in my deck is because he can do 1 damage to everybody, but that second ability is creatures your opponents control can't block. So then, if I put him down first, I can hit one person, no one can block, I can then run my Raphael and my team through everything, basically. But yeah, really, really cool effect. And with Pestilent Spirit, it means basically it will take out everything else of theirs, because you would give it Death Touch. However, Pestilent Spirit is a black card, so you can't really do that. Then I've got Tearbolt, Rakesh Instigator. This is a Planeswalker, the only Planeswalker I've got. He is a 3 mana. Oh, did you? This guy? Your opponents can't gain life. That's the main reason he's in there. However, he also has the... he's good, eh? He also has the ability to create a 1/1 red devil creature token with when this creature dies, it deals 1 damage to any target. So he kind of does both things. He creates a token. Then if that token dies, he'll die. But his main one is the opponents can't gain life. I love that. That's just stopping people from repairing my board. I actually bought this card for about $14. I don't know where it's come from. I know it's come from the oh, thank you for the follow, bro. It's Costas Enterprises, COSTAS, and then Enterprises. So this is Howl Squad Heavy. Sorry. So this little icon here, the little checkered flag, means it's one of the... They tried to do a whole racing set. That's why it's got Start Your Engines. So with Start Your Engines, you've basically got 4 things. The mechanic didn't work very well. People didn't like it. But other goblins you control have haste. At the beginning of combat on your turn, create a 1/1 red goblin creature token. That token attacks this combat if able. And then if I've got max speed, I can tap 1 and add a red mana for each goblin I control. So basically the intention is this guy goes on the field, and then I can give all my goblins haste, which is quite important. And then he also creates a goblin, which is quite cool. And then, all that sort of stuff. Next one we've got is Impulsive Pilferer. He is a 1 mana Creature Goblin Pirate. When Impulsive Pilferer dies, create a treasure token. You also have Encore. So Encore is like an extra things. Oh, so haste. So if the creature has haste, it basically means that it doesn't have summoning sickness, so it can attack straight away. So same as flying. So flying will fly over this creature, for example, because he doesn't have reach or flying. There's a whole lot of other stuff as well. But yeah, effectively haste means it can stratagrade. But have a look at the Encore. So Encore is like an extra thing. So exile this card from your graveyard. So when he dies and goes into my graveyard, I can then play the Encore price of 3 and a red, so 4 mana. Exile this card from your graveyard. For each opponent, create a token copy that attacks that opponent this turn if able. They gain haste. Sacrifice them at the beginning of the next end step and activate only as a sorcery. But it still has create a treasure token. So it's a way. Artifact flying on some hard. Yeah, hard out. And there's a lot of that sort of stuff as well. I've created a Spider-Man deck, and it basically has an artifact card in it, which says all of my other creatures become spiders or become whatever I want it to. It's pretty dangerous, bro. It's like, yeah, this next card I'm going to show you. I pulled it my very first collector booster box. This card is the Thor Borderless, and would you believe that this card is worth about $100? It is nuts. And wait till you see, you thought that was OP? Have a listen to this guy. So, he costs 5 mana, he's flying. When he enters, exile target equipment, instant, or sorcery card from your graveyard until the end of your next turn. You may play that card. Don't care about that. The next part, though, whenever you cast a non-creature spell, Thor deals damage equal to that spell's mana value to any target. So effectively, if he goes on the field and then I play a card, and if it's not a thing, it'll do more damage there. Yeah, he bad. He bad. When I was opening, here we go. This is the guy that's supposed to be the MVP. This is Krenko Mob Boss. So you were asking about goblins. This is the goblin. This is one of the top mono red commanders. So he is a 4 mana Krenko Mob Boss, and as you can see, he is a 3/3. You tap him. Create a X 1/1 red goblin creature tokens with X as the number of goblins you control. So with that card, Magerite Stone, he comes on the field. You tap him. He creates a 1/1 red goblin. Then I play Magerite Stone. He goes back to ready. I tap him again. Then he doubles everything that's on the board of all the goblins. And then when I have the Howl Squad heavy as well, I then get a mana for them and all something. So the intention is with extra combats, I just tap him, create a new one. Tap one, create a new one. So a lot of people run this as just a commander as a deck, not as the Raphael. And thank you for everybody that is watching. I am going to again show you what I am actually doing. This is the Raphael deck. So Raphael is my commander for this. And sorry to those that have already seen this 5 times already. So he's a 4 mana Menace Alliance. Whenever another creature you control enters, you may exile the top card of your library. Whenever he attacks until end of turn, you may play a card exiled with Raphael. So with Krenko Mob Boss that you just saw pop up, he will all of those tokens, when they enter, I then get to exile all of those cards. So yeah, that's the intention with Krenko's Mob Boss. We also have Raal's Reinforcements, costing 2 mana. Create 2 1/1 blue and red elemental tokens. So just a nice sorcery that I can do to create a couple more tokens. A Fiery Inscription. So this came from Lord of the Rings set, which if you didn't know, there was a Lord of the Rings set, and there is going to be a Hobbit set coming very, very shortly. He costs 3 mana. He is an enchantment. And he has, when Fiery Inscription enters the battlefield, the ring tempts you. We don't care about the ring tempts you. We care about whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, Fiery Inscription deals 2 damage to each opponent. So again, dangerous burn deck. Then we have Captain Lannery Storm. So this is a a full art one. Legendary creature, human pirate, costing 3 mana. Haste. Whenever Captain Lannery Storm attacks, create a treasure token. Whenever you sacrifice a treasure, Captain Lannery Storm gets +1/+0 until end of turn. Oh, sorry, brother. It is COSTAS, Costas, and then space, and then Enterprises, ENTERPIES. I've got a whole lot of podcasts. Yeah, I'll try to put a link into it somewhere. I don't know how to put a link into the live. I can't write into the chat. I don't know why, but for some reason. But this guy basically will, whenever she attacks, create a treasure token, which means I've got more treasure to cast the cards from exile. I have 2 cards left to show you. We have Dragon Mage, which is a 7 mana flying. When Dragon Mage deals combat damage to a player, each player discards their hand, then draws 7 cards. Yeah, I got that. Yeah, that'll be me. I got about 40 subs. Most of my content, I'll be honest, is not about Magic the Gathering. I've only just started doing the Magic the Gathering covering, and this will go on the YouTube as well. A lot of my stuff is all about passive income, using sharesies, also things like, dealing with men's mental health. I've got a big podcast anyway, so yeah. I appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. And then the last card I've got is Morag, Fury of Okram. So Morag is another one of those finisher cards. He costs 6 mana. Each creature you control gets +1/+0 for each time it has attacked this turn. And he has landfall. Landfall. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, if it's your main phase, there's an additional combat phase after that phase. At the beginning of that combat, untap all creatures you control, and he costs 6. So you drop a land. This guy then creates a whole new set of combats, and then goes from there. So yeah, it's kind of what we want, bro. I already have Rich Dad Poor Dad is one of those amazing books that everyone needs to read. That is all the cards that I've done. Hang on, I'll flip the camera. There you go. Oh, now I can see. Yeah, Rich Dad Poor Dad is an amazing book. Sorry, I don't know if I disappeared there. Yeah, Rich Dad Poor Dad, amazing book. Money Made Simple, very, very small little book, is perfectly targeted towards people. Oh, did I? Sorry. Yeah, fat fingers, it doesn't help. And so the book is all about working with KiwiSaver. So a lot of people think KiwiSaver is there to use for their home. No, no. If you want to use KiwiSaver effectively, you do it properly. You just invest into it, and in the future, it will get much, much bigger. I talk about all this stuff on my sharesies. I do like most of my podcast at the later episodes. I haven't done an episode in like a year, but I will get back onto it. That's the intention anyway. But I've also got like my trip to Vietnam and all that sort of stuff as well, which I did. Talk about a whole lot of stuff there as well. We basically now work for ourselves, me and my partner. Oh, yeah. A lot of people do that sort of thing. I use Sharesies. So I originally started. Sorry, I'm getting off topic. I originally started using Sharesies because I learned about investing. I was doing Rich Dad Poor Dad. I read like Tony Robbins' Unshakable Money, the Power of Money, the like. I read about 50 books. It's all on my thing. It's all on my podcast, and I do actual an entrepreneur one as well because I started working for myself and started thinking a little bit differently to other people. And yeah, I started looking into shares and started investing, and I got myself out of debt and all that sort of stuff. There's another guy, David Ramsey, does a really good couple of books. Don't agree with everything that he says, but he does have some good points on a lot of stuff, especially about getting out of debt first and then building an emergency fund and all that sort of stuff as well, which is pretty much what I worked on first. Oh, there's another one. TJ. I want to say Harker. TJ Hawker. The Millionaire Mindset. I think it's called. Yeah, it's. Oh, you did. Oh, hope you do well, bro. Hope you do well. Like honestly, we've been doing this for about 3 years. I got made redundant from the government about 3 years ago, and I'd worked there for 20 years. Felt like I got screwed royally and started doing this. We sell, you won't believe what we actually sell, bro. We sell 100% pure coconut wax candles. I know. Um, we do like a Pikachu candle. We'll be at Palmy Armageddon next week. Actually, at we sell like a Palmerston. We do a Pikachu candle. We do a Darth Vader candle. We do what else? We also sell like geeky things. Like I do a lot of geeky things. Um, so I do like anime tote bags, A4 walls, decal stickers, car stickers, temporary tattoos, sublimation mugs, and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, bro, we got you. We got you. Actually, if you go to our other TikTok, you'll find it. Or if you go into our Instagram is Onion Garden, ANYENGARDEN, and then underscore uh, gifts, One Piece. We don't have One Piece candles, but we do have some One Piece stuff. Don't worry. If you're going to be at Armageddon, either Wellington, Auckland, Christchurch, Armageddon, we'll be there. We're at every single one. Um, and yeah, oh bro, I haven't started One Piece yet. I watched the live action, the first season, enjoyed it, but haven't really started. I can't commit to like 1,000 stuff. Insta is ANYEN, and those are N for Nike, and then GARDEN. So Onion Garden, and then it's underscore gifts, GIFTS. Um, and so you'll see me there, like, hi guys, oh, because that's what I do. Um, but yeah, we're also on Onion Garden on TikTok as well. But yeah, throw us on there, and then you'll see us, bro. Committing to One Piece is a lot, bro. Like that's a lot. I mean, I thought Bleach was hard enough. Like Bleach and Naruto and all that sort of, because that's what I grew up on. I grew up on Bleach, Naruto, Dragon Ball Z. So a lot of our stuff is that stuff. But yeah, I I like what I'm seeing from One Piece and stuff. Oh my god, 4 years, far out. That's a lot, bro. But yeah, I do intend to watch a bit more. I'm on Jujutsu Kaisen season 3. I'm on Attack on Titan season 1. I've been given all these like, oh, you got to check out this, you got to check out this. I'm like, okay, cool. And then it's like so much more gets thing. And now we've got a little baby daughter. Well, she's not small anymore. She's 16 months, but it's so much. And I'm like, okay, let's go, let's go. Yeah, Naruto, bro, Naruto. I got some really cool Naruto stuff actually. Um, but yeah, honestly, if you head to any of the Armageddons and you find us, come say hi, bro. Like honestly, love that sort of thing. And love geeking out about stuff as well. Like usually I'm rocking my Urban AX stuff, but I'm wearing comfy gears. We're up the mountain at the moment. We're up at Ruapehu. Uh, we took our daughter up to her first time to sort of, well, second time to see some snow and stuff. So yeah, it's been quite cool. Let me try. I don't know how to open the chat. Poll gift vote. Drawing gift like the Q and A playbook. No. Is there a way to write? How do I don't know how to write in the app? Sorry. Uh, hang on. I'm just trying to find things. What's this? What's this do? Enhance effects, stickers, music. I feel so old. Sorry. There must be a way though. Honestly, there must be a way to add it. the for me to be able. Oh, comment. Hang on. Is this gonna do it? In garden underscore girth. Did that work? It worked! Haha! It's a lot harder than I thought. So yeah, follow that. TikTok. Yeah, well, this is my other TikTok. So I actually do have an onion garden TikTok, but because it's Magic and Gathering, doesn't really go on that. Um, and yeah, it's I do have like I've also got so this is me actually learning a lot of like Vietnamese and spending time in Vietnam and stuff because my partner's Vietnamese. So yeah, minus the gift, so just Onion Garden, and it's a black and white logo. Um, oh, I should hang on. I should be able to also. How did I do that before? Wait, comment there. I'll put my YouTube as well. I think you said you already got it, but yeah. Two prizes. There we go. And that's my that's my, where you can find my YouTube and my podcast. I think my podcast is how to get a job and get healthy with costless enterprises. It has evolved a lot. Yeah. Well, I mean, I want us to raise our daughter as Vietnamese and Kiwi. So even though we live mostly in New Zealand, it's one of those ones where we try to take on as much as we can. And I've been over there twice. I love it. I want to go back. I talk about my teeth not on the YouTube, but on my. If you go back to this TikTok, you'll see all of my videos. There's a lot. Um, we just don't know how lucky we have it here, but also over there, there's so much more that we don't have, and it's like, whoa, why do we not have that here? Like, it's that sort of thing. Oh, me too, me too. I want to go to Japan. I want to go to Korea, South Korea, and my partner really wants to go to Europe. I can't do that at the moment. I'd like to, but it's not one of those things. Um, oh, bro, culture shock is real, especially Vietnam. Like, I did China for about a week, and that was a bit of a like, it was a bit of a culture shock. Doing China, going, what's going on? Vietnam is a real change, but the food, bro, oh, and everything's so cheap. Like, when they say it's cheap, you don't believe how cheap it is. We have over here, you pay like banh mi for like, which is like, I don't know if you had banh mi, but it's a baguette with like Vietnamese ham or pork or that sort of thing. They charge like $17 here or $14. Over there, you get a dollar banh mi for breakfast. Like, just the food is just insane, and everything is so cheap and really high quality because everything's made in either Vietnam, India, or Taiwan. It's crazy, and you'll get out of bro. You'll get out. Wait till your new job kicks off, bro. You'll be killing it, bro. It's honestly, it wasn't high on my list. It didn't used to be until I met my partner. I was like, oh, okay, let's go to Vietnam. And then we went there, and I was like, okay, why did I not know about this place before? Like, it was so hot. Oh my god, I got heat stroke, bro. If you go back and you look at my videos, right down the bottom, I got heat stroke twice. It was pretty crazy, man. It's pretty crazy. Yeah, Thailand's another one. Thailand's one of those ones where I think I'd be too afraid. Everything's too spicy, but Vietnam's just as spicy. It's crazy. But yeah, it's bloody good fun actually. Bloody good fun. And strongly suggested as well. Like, it's a long flight. And if that's your first country, oh God, that's a long flight. 20 odd hours, 24 hours travel. It can kill you. Trust me. It's not fun. But honestly, it's pretty cool. Oh, thank you. Appreciate that, man. Um, yeah, I'm everywhere. We do Insta, we do YouTube, we do all that sort of thing. Um, but yeah, you'll see me next week. We're in Palmy, so if you're in Palmy, come and see us. And then I think our next event we're gonna try. We're going to try and do at the end of August. We're going to try and do the uh, HobbyCon. We just came back from HobbyCon in Auckland, but we didn't have all of our stuff. Um, oh, Christchurch. We'll be in Christchurch next year. We'll be in Christchurch in at Armageddon next year. And I see that they're doing, I don't know if you know, but they're doing Armageddon twice next year. So we'll be down in Christchurch twice. Because it's Christmas time is the next one, which they just announced, which is going to be crazy. Um, yeah, hard out, bro, hard out. But yeah, so that was the Raphael deck. Yeah, love talking about this sort of things. Oh, Armageddon. It's like bro. If you're into One Piece and stuff, you'll love it. It's like pulp geeky goodness. It's so good. Um, it's pretty crazy, bro. Like you're talking all the One Piece stuff, all the sci-fi stuff, all and like the guests come and all that sort of things. Um, yeah, it's pretty cool. Auckland this year, if you go to October, it's going to be nuts. Like last year, it was crazy. They had like 30 guests. People like they had John Boyega from Star Wars. They had like they had so many guests actually. Now that I think about it, and they've just recently had the Avatar guys. Apparently, they've already announced the guests for Auckland, or some of the guests for Auckland, and there's like a whole lot of Supernatural guests from Supernatural. Yeah, Auckland gets so good, bro. Auckland gets so good. We're based in Wellington, so we did pretty well last time. I got to meet a couple of guests. I got to meet Carl from Walking Dead, so the son. He was a good bloke. And then I also got to meet um, Ross McQuard, who he was also in The Walking Dead. I didn't realize, but he's also the voice of like Professor X in the new X-Men '97. He's the voice of uh, oh, he's in Invincible too. He's the voice of I forget. I forget. He's like the head of the Guardians of the Globe. Um, bro, it's crazy. Supernatural. I started watching Supernatural. I got up to like season 6. It's quite good. I mean, I liked my Buffy and my Angel and all that sort of shit. So Supernatural was right up then. But I'm a big Marvel boy. Love the boys, so that's why when they announced that one of the main brothers is coming, and I was like, oh my god, please let it be. No, it wasn't, because I thought they might have had uh, Jensen from the boys as well, but no, it's the other right, Sam. But yeah, Boris is so good, so good. Nah, well, that's what we're wondering. We're wondering if he's going to be a late addition. At this stage, it's his brother as the one that's coming. So it's Sam and Dean. So Sam is coming, which is still pretty good. But there's like 5 other guests from Supernatural coming. Um, I think Felicia Day is coming as well. So she's in Supernatural, but she does the Guild. She's been in Eureka. Probably one of my favorite shows of all time is Eureka, which is a great live action one. She's not really a big star in Eureka to start off with. Like she comes in like one of the later series, but I'd be pretty happy seeing her as well. But previously, I got to meet Jason Momoa before he was Jason Momoa, like back when he was Ronin days from Stargate Atlantis. I got to meet Teal'c, who's now Kratos. So it's crazy, bro. Like some of the people that are out there um, are pretty cool. I got to meet like from Stargate Atlantis. We did the Toldonga Armageddon a couple of years ago, and I said, look, I'm a huge fan of David Hewlett, um, and he was the main guy there, bro, bro, boy, it's so good. It's Teal for me. He'll always be Teal, but the fact that he's Kratos is kind of cool. Like, boy, so good, so good, and such a nice guy too. Such a nice guy. Yeah, no, like they can be a bit pricey. Armageddon is there to make money. Let's put it that way. And yeah, there are a lot of people that go for that sort of things. But bro, if you love geeky stuff, you need to go. And I can already tell, like, so there's some friends of ours called Urban AX. If you don't know them, you need to search them. Urban AX. They are amazing. They're big anime fans. They do embroidered shirts with anime characters, and oh, peak, peak. I have like 6 of their t-shirts, one of their hoodies, one of their sweatshirts, one of their hats. Really good blokes too. Like amazing people. They're so cool, bro. Kratos. Sorry. But yeah, so they'll actually be an Armageddon next year. They're at all the Armageddons. They're at the hobby cons. They're at the card shows. We've started doing a couple of card shows. I'm selling my old Dragon Ball Z cards, which I thought was quite funny. That's why we did a hobby con in Auckland last week. And yeah, it was good. It was good. It was busy. Oh, sorry, not last week, week before. We're gonna try and do hobby con uh, in, I want to say, I think it's in Taranaki. End of this month. But yeah, oh, are you? Yeah, yeah. I gotta admit, I love games. Suck at them. Love them. Suck at them. And I watched the YouTube of Kratos. Such a good story. And even the second one, like crazy. There's a third one, eh? There's like, well, it's not Kratos, but it's a god of war, and it's the it's the wife. So you follow the wife's life, and apparently it is nuts. Um, One of the girls from Daredevil is the motion capture and also the actress that is it, and it's like it looks so good, almost as good as the new Wolverine, and it made me wish I have a PS5. Let's put it that way. That new Wolverine looks visceral. It looks perfect. Oh, can't wait to watch more stuff. Yeah, the trailer, bro, hard out, hard out. Yeah, yeah. Well, we got bills to pay first. I got a PS4 Pro. I play Fortnite with my mate, and we play PS4 Pro, and he's got a PS5, and he's like, already in the lobby, and I'm like sitting there watching a wall, I'm sitting there watching a wall screen and like wallpaper, and I'm like, cool, cool. I'm on the battle bus now. And yes, okay, I'm a 40-year-old that plays Fortnite. Nothing wrong with that, right? Right? Tell me I'm right. But yeah. Um, Okay, I had better head home. I have got to get up early and start the fun times of driving back to Wellington via Palmy. But thank you very much for everyone that's watching. I hope everyone enjoyed the ranting and the talking and what sort of stuff that I do. But yeah, hopefully see you guys later and have a fantastic one. If you did like the Raphael deck, let me know what you think. I will probably upload this or even part of it onto YouTube, probably when I get back to Wellington. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, and thank you for the likes, bro. I really appreciate it, man. Like, honestly, you didn't have to do that, but it means a lot. And yeah, we will see you guys later. Bye.